We are here in Pittsburgh, and every broadcaster has to say we're at the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, the Monongahela. All three rivers already have ice floating in them, and we are expecting snow to move in as well as we get the party started here at Acrisure Stadium. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Chiefs offense ready to take the field with none other than the three-time Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, leading the way.
Boy, it's great to see him back on the field after tearing his ACL last season. And most people know about the ability. We've seen it for so long. Never forget about the determination. I expect him to get back to elite play and fast.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3- or 4-yard gain on first down. They moved the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now here's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Intended for
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mahomes going to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. T.J. Watt with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. On fourth down, the Chiefs send out Matt Araiza to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick of the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for.
Right away, he lost the football. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Metcalf motions left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
That's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. Incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball, and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll set up a throw. Going to be taken in here by Nacua. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 4th down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Jaylen Warren. And really an excellent run, sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Here's Allen. Oh, good move. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
At the 46-yard line.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
One of the best in the NFL in no small part because of his running ability. But on that play, didn't matter to the defense at all. Nice stop for them, a feather in their cap for getting the sack and brought down one of the toughest guys to catch in the NFL.
Throwing on second and long. Allen.
Allen's pass complete to Jamar Chase. That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 14.
So here's a 3rd and 14. Here's Allen to throw it. That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one just goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Here's Mahomes to throw. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 40-yard line.
Second and 6. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. This taken in at the goal line. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott. Well, we knew it might be coming, and it is here now. The snow has started to fall as we get ready for this third quarter. Butker now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for Kansas City.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. He's got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On the give, it's Warren. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Warren will try the right side. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
On play action, Allen. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. This is 2nd and 8. Allen off the play fake. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw outside, completion to Rice. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Kansas City.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But listen, when you got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
Now here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. Mahomes going to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Flush to his right. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. Back to throw here. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line. Alex Highsmith, his second sack of the night.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking the lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Allen going to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf. And a first down to boot.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
To the air, Allen. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make it second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Warren. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 7-yard pickup.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 32-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Allen. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Allen. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren from 19 yards away. And the Steelers put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Makes the score.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 10-6. A little over 80 ticks to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brought down at the 26. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Mahomes. They'll get this complete to Worthy. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw it. Finding Kelsey. And they'll get him down after a gain of 7, but they'll happily give him that. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Mahomes. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. No timeouts left. Of course, the defense knows that too. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes.
Number 15, Patrick Mahomes on the keeper. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
When he's on the field for the Bengals, they believe they can beat anyone. Unfortunately, last season was the third one that he's had cut short from injury. Overall, though, when Joe Burrow's on the field, the Bengals believe.
They go play action with Burrow. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Harold Landry. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Throwing on second and long. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he gets it here to line around the 24 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. First carry now for Chase Brown. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. So on 4th down, Ryan Rico on to punt for the Bengals. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the reigning AFC champion Patriots, led by the MVP runner-up from a year ago, Drake May, now in his 3rd season.
Still young, but growing in stature and savvy with every start. Ended up the MVP runner-up last season, 35 total touchdowns, and led the Pats to the Super Bowl before losing to the Seahawks.
Looking to put a drive together. A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the gun, it's May. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jahmyr Gibbs, 66 yards. And the Patriots put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. Oh, nice move. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's caught. Andre Yoshivas.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
Brown. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Now it's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss a one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They juked him. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Patriots offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a first and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be second down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They go play action now. May. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Given 9 there on the first down completion.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Throwing here is May. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
That's another Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll pitch it out to Gibbs here. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
From the shotgun, it's May. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Looking to throw, May. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
After the made field goal, back out is Borregales to kick this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Cincinnati set to take over once again. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
At the 32-yard line.
Burrow will throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was well played, but that's also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Patriots take over. The Patriots headed out as you get a look at Josh McDaniels, their offensive coordinator. His guys have the first half lead here as they try to find some ways to attack this defense. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, May with it. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw, it's May. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside. And they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hanson for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Good footwork at the 30. And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he gets it up past the 35. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Motion into the backfield. They'll fake the end around and look to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big time fumble. McPherson now for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. New England's offense set to go. looking to put a drive together. They'll start things off with a give to Gibbs. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Off the play fake. Here's May. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Boy, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The tight end Henry here in motion. To the air, May. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Ready to go on offense, out come the Bengals. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They're passing here. Joe Burrow connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Running right, here's Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front three, your front four, your front five, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Now this airmail to the sideline is incomplete. There don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Burrow looking to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. New England trying to get a place on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Looking to put a drive together. Here's May. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Henry. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll throw with May. That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second and 9 now. A quick throw there is incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. May now off the bootleg. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 62 yards. And the Patriots use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Patriots 17.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
14.
And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Bengals offense and running back Chase Brown set to take over once more. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down.
Well, this offense hasn't been at their best here. They've made some mistakes. They've been frustrated. They've been largely shut down. But then you look up and say, wait a second, this is a one-score game. So they're still very much in this, and they're on the move here with a first down.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they go play action now. Burrow. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Milton Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On the right side open is Gesicki. So no gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. McPherson's kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May headed back onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Pats at the line ready to go. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
From the gun, it's May. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
A big play looming on third down. Throwing here is May. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. What a big tackle there defensively.
One of the most difficult things for a defender to do. And think about the speed that he brought down. If he gets away, he's likely gone.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. Throwing, Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
1st down, Bengals.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Here's Burrow. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be out of bounds to stop the clock. And they continue to move a little bit closer toward that potential game-winning field goal.
Up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. To throw, Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Mike Gesicki, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Patriots 17. Evan McPherson.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Gets this complete to Smith-Njigba. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
That's good for a Patriots first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Here comes 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and run for it. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
At the 42-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This ball intercepted. picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bengals are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.